Hello everyone, this is me Manab FreelancingWali and I'm 11 years old. I'm from Hyderabad, Pakistan. So today we are having a really special guest with us. So hello, how are you doing today?
Hi, Manab. Good evening. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm also good. So first of all, can you please introduce yourself so the viewers can know about you?
Thank you. Thank you, Manab, for the invitation. I'm Emmanuel Bathula from India. At present, I'm working in Sultanate of Oman as an English expert. Apart from that, I'm a Maxwell Leadership Certified speaker, trainer, and coach on running my online leaders talks through the podium, international public speaking podium, as well as global leaders talk. I'm the founder of them, and these are going well, influencing people globally.
Okay, so first of all, um, okay, so thank you so much for your introduction. So now my next question is, how did you how did your journey as an English lecturer begin?
Yeah, a good question. I did, and as I finished my bachelor in philosophy, later I went for master degree through an entrance where I got the entrance rank, and I got a chance to do my master's in English literature. And from there, I started teaching as a lecturer in junior, and thereby it continued for the last 25 years, teaching and training as an English expert in India as well as overseas. From last 20 years, I'm overseas. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. So that's amazing. So now my next question is, which of your three master degrees has influenced your career the most?
At the moment, I concentrate on education, where I felt we should take education to the next level. So, being a teacher, you are always an academician. So, you focus on academics. So, I am into teaching, visit schools, colleges, universities, motivating students to go for higher studies and make a good professional career and make a passionate study even in leadership and communication.
That's really amazing, awesome. So now my next question is, what motivated you? Now my next question with you is that what motivated you in in technical English for the oil and sector?
A very good question. Being a non-technical or non-engineering background, it's very difficult to be in an industry, especially in oil and gas. But I got a chance one time, years back, maybe 12 years back, to interview some of the engineers to know their level of English. In the company I worked for the last 12 years in the Sultanate of Oman. So when I interviewed, the evaluation process, the company liked and hired me as an English expert. So that gave me an opportunity till today to go and train as a technical English trainer for mechanical, electrical, chemical, and instrumentation engineers and technicians. So this has given another perspective of learn training through a new genre that is technical English.
That's really amazing, awesome. So wonderful. Now my next question is that can you share a memorable teaching moment for your 25 plus years of experience?
It's a really interesting question. My teaching began, though I was not a professional teacher when I was in the college. I was studying and I was working. So I was a student as well as teacher. And the most memorable moment, even today, student I taught during my college days has become a doctor. And today, to connect with those people, even after 30 years of life in teaching, I still remember them and they still remember me as a teacher. So the bond between it is immense and life lasting. This is a memorable moment.
Okay, so that's amazing. So good. Now my next question is how was education involved since you first started teaching? And what are the biggest challenges educators face today?
That's really a tough question. In fact, the starting point. How was education when I started teaching? It was completely a tradition based. If the teacher is able to motivate students, the students are able to get things done. Whereas today, beyond motivation, the students have technology. And moreover, today, as AI generation, the students have everything access through internet, and the teacher replacement is a lot. Unless and until the teacher creates innovative and creative style of teaching and influencing the students, there is no student who is behind a teacher today. So there is a huge gap between the days of starting teaching and today's. So this is what a huge gap. Yet a machine cannot replace a teacher because teacher is the one who can touch the real pulse of the student and motivate to go higher.
Oh, that's amazing. So good. Now my next question with you is that how do you stay passionate after decisions of after decades of teaching and what does being an educator truly mean to you?
The last part of the
Um, the last part of the question was what does being a educator truly mean to you?
good question. As an educator, you have the responsibility to influence the learner. Influence always has certain levels. So, in which level of influence are you taking your student is important. Is it a positive influence or negative influence? Because we can influence the learner either ways, positively or negatively. But as an educator, you should always be a positive influencer where you create another level of influencer. So a student to you should not be a student, he should be a person to influence others. through his learning style, through his growing style. So, being an educator, the main objective is to impact and to bring a change of transformation in the society through my most passionate field of education.
That's really amazing. Awesome. Now, my next question is, how do you define success in your teaching career?
Success is not a measurement to a short period. Success is a continuous learning, applying, living. So, success I would put in three L's. Three L's. The first L standing for learning. If you are learning, you are successful. If you are living with what you have learned, you are successful. So the first L, learning, the second L, living, and the third L, if you are able to lead others. So what you learned, what you lived, you should be able to lead others. Then you can see the success journeying with you.
Okay, so it's amazing. Thank you so much. So now my next question is, how do you use feedback to improve your teaching?
Feedback is always a constant source of growth. As an experienced teacher, we teach based on the learning style we had, but the feedback comes updated. The students who learn from us knows whether they get in the right sense or the wrong sense, and you should be open to the feedback with a positive attitude. Do not ever get a negative impact of the feedback you receive from others, though it is negative. So there is always room for growth for every person because there is no teacher who is perfect. So open your heart to receive the feedback and take it constructively and go ahead, changing according to the needs of the students to develop them.
That's really amazing. So now my next question is, what role does now my next question is, how do you mature your students' growth um, growth rates?
Your question is not clear. Can you make it clear?
My question is, how do you measure your students' growth grades?
How do you measure your student growth rate?
Yes,
It's a very interesting question. We can measure the student's growth rate based on our observation through his behavior, through his attitude, through his learning ability, through his competencies, and through his performance in personal and public life. So these aspects help us to evaluate a student not just on written exam, not just on behavior, but you need to take all round things so that you can evaluate well.
that's really amazing. Thank you so much. Now my next question is that um, how do you train professionals to communicate across cultures, and what are the most common communication you observe?
Can you repeat your question? Certain parts of the words I cannot get clearly.
Okay, the second part was that What are the most common communication you observe?
Most communication, the next word.
And most communication you observe.
Most
Most common
communication gaps are
most common communication you observe. The question is, what
most.
are the most common communications you observe?
So can you elaborate your what do you expect from this?
Wait, I think I'm missing something. I'm sending you the question so you may understand. Oh, I missed one word.
Yes, that's the thing. It creates a gap.
Okay, so here I have sent you the question in the chat. Wait, I think it doesn't give one second.
Send me in the messenger.
I'm sending you here in the chat because right now I can't open the message. So you can take
Okay.
from here.
What are the most common communication barriers you observe? Okay, that's good question. Yeah. When we teach English, the most barriers the people have a fear gap, fear to talk in public, the confidence level. They have the low confidence. They cannot come out of their inner feeling of making mistake. So it is the most common barrier in communication I observe. They are not willing to come out and talk in the public. So this is a common problem. Low confidence.
Oh, that's amazing. Great. So my next question is that how do you design a communication workshop?
How do you design communication
Workshop.
workshop? Very good question. So
How do
when
you
I'm
design
looking for,
a yeah.
yeah, I got the point.
Great.
Is it clear your question or you are still repeating?
No, it's clear.
Okay. When I design communication workshop, the objective is to identify the gaps of the students and how to close them. So I apply a method in which the students can easily close their gaps through 7 C's concept. I would apply 7 C's concept through which I can train the students to close their gaps. 7 C's of
Amazing.
communication.
Amazing. Nice. So now would you like to give any feedback that how was this interview and any last advice to the viewers?
Yeah. Always you have a responsibility. What are you doing now? If you are studying, what are your responsibilities with your study? You fulfill them. This is the first one. If you are a professional, if you are in teaching, you have bigger responsibility. How are you taking your responsibilities to empower the students? So if you are good, you need to make them good. If you are better, make them better. So your level of communication should be given to them and uplift them so that there is no one falling behind. So everyone, if one goes with one's responsibilities, there is no one who is weak. Everyone would grow well. So that's my humble advice to learner as well as teacher.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, so Allah Hafiz everyone. We will see in the next interview with another guest. Allah